notes. And just so you know, this is there's a lot of comments kind of flying around. So if I lose my focus, well, give me a second, and I can. So I lose my focus. Give me a minute, and I can get back on track. All right, hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. YouTube just joined us. I've already got Facebook going. We're gonna be talking about the Strength Foundations Challenge that we've got going on starting tomorrow. So I'm gonna be going over a few things in this little live broadcast. First off, we'll be talking about why all the things that we cover in this challenge are so helpful. We're gonna be talking about isometric strength. We'll be talking about mobility and kind of what I mean by mobility, not just flexibility. We're going to be talking about balance and how it's not just a skill, but it's also a strength and why it's so helpful. We're also going to be talking about why it's so important to build a strong foundation of strength and flexibility. We're going to be going into addressing common weaknesses. So we'll talk about how most people tend to have the same weaknesses. They tend to have the same imbalances. So we'll be talking about that stuff. And I'll be talking about why right now is a perfect opportunity to work on this type of exercise. And I'll be kind of commending those people who have made that decision to start off. And then I'll tell you how to, if you haven't already signed up, I can tell you more about that. We ended up extending our early bird savings, so it's just $9 to sign up. So more info on that at the end, but it's only $9 to sign up, and that will get you access to the 6-week challenge and 2 months free to the members area. So it's a super, it's a really great deal. And if you've already signed up, you can, there's a link wherever you're watching this. There's going to be a link in the description or in the comments with how to access and how to use that. But I want to start off by first commending the people who have signed up. And the reason why I'm doing that is because right now is a really crazy time. I don't think, and we've ever, as far as I've been alive, I'm not terribly old. I'm 30. In case you were wondering, that seems to be a question I get a lot. But as far as I've been living, so as long as I've been living, we've never had to stay inside for weeks. And now it seems like it's going to be months at a time. And there's a lot of fear going around, which is understandable. There are dangers for sure. But at some point, you kind of have to just accept that you're not going to be able to do much beyond the protective measures that you can. And at that point, we need to, I think, at least, that it's a good idea to look at this as how can we make the best of this situation. And a lot of you guys, based on the interactions that I've had with people who are joining, who are signing up for this challenge, who are joining Manflow Yoga, people are looking at this as an opportunity to work on their weaknesses. So we've got so many people who have, I've been speaking with so many people who have joined, who do other types of fitness already, who are, they're CrossFitters, they weightlift. I've seen mountain bikers, we've seen a lot of runners, we've seen cyclists. If that's you, go ahead and give me a like or say hi. By the way, if you like any of this, hit the like button. It's a huge help. And we've seen so many of those people who are looking at this as an opportunity to work on their weaknesses. Most people who are, kind of fitness savvy do understand that it's important to work on flexibility. It's important to work on mobility. And that's something that we do in this workout, in this routine, in these routines. But so I just want to commend you guys for looking at this as an opportunity and taking this as an opportunity to work on yourself despite the fear. So first off, hats off to you guys. It's a great mindset to have. So now I want to talk about a little bit more about the actual Strength Foundations Challenge. So the Strength Foundations Challenge is a very meticulously designed series of workouts designed to address common weaknesses, to help with addressing common restrictions and mobility, and to help with improving overall muscle activation and strength within the context of yoga. So personally, I think that yoga is great for a lot of reasons. And I think it is most effective if you can kind of do it in a certain way. And that's how we practice it in Manflow Yoga. We focus more on these slow controlled movements. So the flows aren't super fast moving. There's more focus on muscle control, muscle activation. There's a lot of focus on proper technique. We focus on isometric strength building. So much of other exercise is really fast movements, right? They're reps, they're just continuously moving. And if you can stop and really focus on that isometric strengthening, it's really good for, it's the first level of movement, being able to just sit there and control it and hold it. It translates into whatever your fitness goals are, whatever you're doing, it translates into strength in other activities. And we also focus on, and really I mentioned this, but really focusing on the proper technique. And by that, I mean the proper muscle activation. I mean, which muscles are engaged, which muscles are relaxed and lengthening, what should you feel, what should you not feel, what are proper modifications if you're not as flexible as somebody else. A huge part of what we do with Manful Yoga is making it more appropriate for the male body. Men are not as flexible. Men have different centers of gravity, and most yoga is made for women. I'll get a lot of flack on that, but the reality is that most people who are doing yoga at studios are women. And that means that the workouts will cater to women more. So for guys who go into yoga studios and feel completely out of place because they're not as flexible, because they don't know the proper technique yet, and because their bodies don't move like someone else who's more flexible, this is kind of what this is my mission with Manful Yoga, is to make it more focused on the male body and make it more focused on helping to improve strength. So we go into a lot more strength focused aspects. So I'll get into a little bit of now I'm going to get a little bit into, those benefits. So isometric strength, why should you care about isometric strength? So this is something that I kind of realized when I was starting to do yoga, is that, hey, these are a lot of very similar, we could do these in a way that's very similar to some physical therapy exercises that I've done. I've been in and out of physical therapy clinics since I was 12, knee issues, ankle issues, some shoulder issues here and there. And a lot of the exercises I was doing were things that overlapped with yoga. So, as I started doing yoga, I realized, hey, we can incorporate more physical therapy like exercises into this, because they're really helpful. They're very effective. They're good for helping to strengthen. They're good for helping to address sources of injury. So we put a lot of that isometric strengthening that you'll find in physical therapy in our workouts. And yoga, when you look at it, holding a posture is another form of building isometric strength. So whatever you want to, however you want to look at this, we are holding a posture. We are building strength by staying still. And that's what isometric strength is. That's really good for building stability. It's very good for your joints. It's very good for helping with muscle activation. It's good for helping to slow things down and being able to really focus on your body. And that is a huge part of the Strength Foundation's course, which is what we're doing with this challenge. So a ton of isometric strengthening. You're going to find that in every workout that we do for this challenge. The second part of common weaknesses that I addressed in this challenge is mobility. So most people have issues with mobility because of their lifestyle, because we spend a lot of time sitting. We drive to work. When we're at the office, we sit at a desk. When we're at home, we sit on the couch. And that all has negative consequences on your body. So as a result of sitting that much, your hips get immobile, they get weak, your core gets weak, you have bad posture, that means your upper back muscles get weak, your ankles not as mobile, your spine not mobile because we're not doing any sort of twisting movements. So what I found with all the people that I work with, and by the way, I've definitely communicated with thousands of people, and I've had tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people use all the various training programs that I put together through books, through DVDs, through the Manful Yoga website, through my YouTube channel, which we're close to hitting 100,000 followers. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to hit that 100,000 mark hopefully this month, which would be pretty cool. But what I found is that most people have similar weaknesses. Most people lack hip mobility. Most people don't have great core strength. Most people have tight shoulders. They have bad posture. And so I put together a course that addresses these issues. And that's the Strength Foundations course. And that is the subject of our challenge, which we are starting tomorrow. By the way, if you've already signed up for the challenge, awesome. There's a link in the comments here to go visit the challenge page directly. And if you have not already signed up, there's also a link to sign up. It's only $9. So it's a super, really cheap deal. And 2 months free with the members area, which is a $60 value that you get when you sign up. So mobility, that's a huge part. And most people understand the benefits of mobility. They understand that it helps to relieve joint pain. It helps to strengthen your joints because we're lengthening the muscles and that puts less pressure on the joints. It helps you move through the full range of motion you need for an exercise. So if you don't have the mobility to be able to do a proper squat without any weight, then you're not going to be able to do a squat with weight. So we have to train mobility because it's important that we have the necessary mobility to do exercises, do full body exercises. And if you don't have that, it leads to muscular imbalances. It leads to pain during exercise, and it can lead to chronic pain if you don't work on those weaknesses. Oh boy, I hit the wrong button. Here we go. Keep going. Keep working with me. All right. Sorry, we timed out momentarily there. So mobility, so important. I like to think of mobility as the base level of any type of fitness. If you don't have mobility, you can't build strength on top of it. So the first level of your fitness, if you look at, kind of your foundation of your fitness, overall strength, it starts with mobility. We have to be able to move the body in that position in order to build strength there. And most people have a limited level of mobility. They can be stronger, but they don't have a larger base of mobility. And the more mobility you have, the more able you are to build strength. Now, there is a point at which you can have too much mobility, and that's called being hypermobile, and that can lead to issues with your joints. But for most men, the issue is the other way. Most men, the issue is we have not enough mobility. And one problem with traditional yoga is that it focuses more on passive mobility, or passive, what we're going to refer to as passive flexibility. So passive flexibility is good as a foundation, but if we don't add in strength, then it's not going to help us in our fitness, or not going to help us as much in day-to-day life. And it doesn't last as long. Passive flexibility is a Band-Aid. It will make you feel good for a few hours, maybe a couple of days. But if you are only working on passive flexibility and not adding in strength training to help build on that flexibility, then and utilize that range of motion that you're working on, then it's not going to be as noticeable. So when you work more on active mobility, which is what we do in Strength Foundations, you'll actually get more flexible, and you will notice it carry over more into your other exercise and also your daily movement. And then lastly, we'll talk about balance. So balance is part skill, it's part strength. The reason why I think balance is so helpful, especially for people who aren't doing any form of balance training, is because it's just a different way to exercise. It's just a different way to move. So a lot of people will, oh my gosh, I just opened up YouTube and there are a lot of comments. I'm gonna get all these and answer the questions in a second. But the reason why balance is so helpful is because it's just a different form of movement. Most people aren't used to standing on one leg for 30, 45, 60 seconds. And that's a good way to build strength. It's a different way of building strength. So it's a good way to work on weaknesses, because we're doing something that we're not used to. Balance is part skill in the sense that we have to practice it in order to be better at it, and part strength in the sense that it also does require the right strength in the proper areas. So if you don't have strength in your outer hips, you don't have strength in your core, you don't have strength in your ankles, balancing is going to be difficult. So just, standing on one leg is a good way of practicing balance, but we also want to develop the foundations of that balance. So we actually want to do things that aren't necessarily balancing exercise. We want to do exercises that isolate the muscles involved in balancing. And we're going to explore a lot of that in the Strength Foundations course, in that challenge. Let's see here. And then, So building a strong foundation. So the next thing I have on my list is why building a strong foundation of strength and mobility is essential for losing weight. So I know a lot of people, they look at the photos and they're like, oh wow, that guy, he's in pretty good shape. I should work out like him. Or maybe you go online and you see, social media. Maybe you look at other things. You look at other people and you're like, oh wow, they're in really good shape. What are they doing? I want to work out like them. And the thing is that the best exercises for losing weight are intense exercises. Things like sprinting, things like, doing as many reps of full body exercise you can in 30 or 60 seconds. That's the best way to burn fat. But in order to get to that point, you have to build a solid foundation of strength and mobility. And that starts with doing isometric exercises. You have to build that strength. You have to build that foundation. And from there, you can build up to more intense exercise. So if you want to lose weight in a way that is sustainable and long-term, build a strong foundation of fitness and then slowly add on more intense and more quick moving, more full body movements. So I see so many people trying to go straight to I'm going to start doing CrossFit, and nothing against CrossFit, but if you are a fitness beginner, it's probably not going to work for you just because you don't have that strength and mobility to be able to do it without hurting yourself. So anyways, it's so important to build that strength and mobility foundation. And that is exactly what the Strength Foundations Challenge is all about: building that strength, building that mobility, and being able to use that and translate it into your other workouts. So something that's really cool is that this isn't, the workouts that we do here the benefits are not limited to these workouts. The benefits will carry over into the other workouts that you're doing. So if you are a runner and you want to get rid of knee pain, if you are a CrossFitter, if you are a weightlifter and you want to get rid of back pain, you want to work on being more comfortable in overhead pressing movements, this is going to help with that. We work on those weaknesses, we work on that mobility that helps to address it. So anyways, whatever your fitness goals are, important to build that strength and mobility foundation. And lastly, and I'm going to get into questions in a second. Right now is the perfect opportunity to do this type of training. The reason why is because we don't have access to our other workouts. But also it's so helpful to work on your weaknesses. A lot of people, we really enjoy doing the exercises and the workouts that we already enjoy doing, that we feel comfortable doing. But the best way to get stronger is by doing something that challenges us, but doesn't hurt us. So going straight to something that is challenging, but also breaks down your joints and leaves you feeling terrible for a week might not be that great. But if we can do something that is joint friendly, that really helps you get that muscle burn, that helps you feel sore in a good way and doesn't hurt your joints, that's a fantastic way to help get stronger, to work on your weaknesses. So this is a really good opportunity to work on your weaknesses, to work on those aspects of strength and mobility that we don't typically do with our other workouts. So if you are a CrossFitter, if you are used to going to the gym and weight training, if you are a runner, this is a great opportunity to work on your weaknesses. And I can almost promise you, if you do these exercises, you do these workouts consistently for a couple of weeks, you're going to notice it in your other workouts. That is what we hear from our customers, from our members all the time. This is the most transformative program that we have. People notice significant improvements in how they're moving and how they're feeling within just a couple of weeks. So it's a really cool program. We've been having a ton of success with it for the last couple of years, and I'm really excited to kind of revamp it and put it into a challenge starting tomorrow. And then lastly, you do not need equipment to get started for the first 2 weeks. So this week and next week, so all the way through April, what day is that? So you won't actually need to get anything until April 19th. And even then, all you need is a resistance band. So we're going to be doing some stuff for your shoulders, some basic stuff for your shoulders, some basic stuff for your hips. That does involve a resistance band, but that's the only equipment you need. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can use a towel. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt or a dog leash or a rope or a towel, literally anything. And if you don't have a block, you can use a foam roller. You can use a stack of books. You can have you can use a water bottle. Anything that you have lying around the house that is kind of like a block. So you don't need anything to get started. Don't let that be your excuse for not starting. All right. So now I did say this was going to be. I did want to answer some questions. All right. So I see a lot of garbage questions. Those will be skipped, by the way. If you're here for the wrong reasons, just please go away. All right, love your videos. Let's see here. I do not speak. What language is that? That's interesting. Okay, cool. I speak some languages. I speak Turkish, Persian, Spanish to some extent, but I don't know what that was. Been using workouts for about a year now, pushing myself in the gym. Love the shift to focus. Is your strength from weight workouts or yoga? My strength is from a combination of weight and yoga, but also I've been an athlete for my entire life. So something to keep in mind, and this is something that's important for fitness in general. You are not going to look like someone. You're not going to look like someone just because you do their workout. That is a very bad way to look at fitness. You have to keep in mind that those people have completely different backgrounds. They could have done other workouts before now. They could have different. They will have different genetics than you. So those are all factors to keep in mind. I can tell you that Manflow yoga for me is the yoga that I wish that I had when I was an athlete. I wish that someone had been teaching me exercise or teaching me mobility training and strength training in this way when I was an athlete, because it would have helped me. It would have helped me to prevent injury. It would have helped me gotten more stronger in the gym. It would have helped with my performance on the field. So that's how I'll answer that question. Let's see. Again, a lot of people have been starting Manflow yoga now because it's kind of just been on their radars for a while. So if you've been watching these YouTube workouts for a while and you want to jump in and actually do something that's more structured, this is a perfect opportunity to do that. Again, it's only $9 to sign up. All right, we've got some people who are basically saying Manflow yoga has been helpful. It's been beneficial. I'm so glad that you guys have given this stuff a chance and you've been able to notice benefits from it. Let's see here. Been doing your workouts for a week now. After suffering lower back pain and sciatica, the pain has already started to ease. Russell, that's really great to hear. Nervous about my capacity to meet the challenge as a man twice your age. Okay, so here's the thing. Most guys, this is a big thing, but most people who are using these workouts are not my age. Most people who are using Manflow yoga are not 30 years old. We have people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s primarily who are using Manflow yoga. If you're in your 30s and you're smart, you should be doing this. But it usually takes people a little bit longer to figure out that this is helpful for them. So yeah, if you are in your 50s, 60s, you guys can do this program, no problem. We have tons of guys your age doing these workouts. All right, pick up mat and blocks. All right, Michael, I know you commented on that earlier. So there is a link. I actually posted a link in the description for our cork yoga mat. However, it does not have the Manflow yoga logo on it right now, but you can get you can grab it on you can get it on Amazon, but it just doesn't have the Manflow yoga logo. It has our body. This is our Body by Yoga mat, but it does have the it does have a great it does have that awesome no slip cork surface, and it has the alignment lines that help you with your technique. So check that out. I know that we have limited numbers in stock, so jump on that if you do want to get it. Would you advise sticking to Manflow yoga, or would you also do weight workouts a couple of times per week? Hey, okay, so good question. Would you, during this, and I think I saw this question on Facebook as well, but if you are planning on doing this challenge, you can do your other workouts. You can use Strength Foundation's challenge as a warm-up for your other workouts, or you can space it out. So you can do your Strength Foundation's challenge workout in the morning or in the evening, and then do your other workout at the opposite time of day. I would recommend that you reduce your volume of your other workouts, because the Strength Foundation's course, this challenge is a demanding program, but the workouts are only about 30 to 40 minutes. So if you are used to working out regularly, then you can do your other workouts. I would just recommend reducing your volume. All right, so someone asked about stretch bands. So the stretch bands you need for week 3, basically any TheraBand. So you can use TheraBands, or any set of resistance bands you can find on Amazon. When you buy a resistance band kit, it usually comes with like 12 or 8 to 12 different resistance bands. So you'll get everything you need, and it's usually about 20 to 30 bucks. So it's not that expensive, and you'll be able to use that for your entire life. Exercise geared toward helping to get into a deep sitting squat. Yes, Byron. So a squat is one of the best movements that you can do to improve your hip, your core, and your ankle strength and mobility. We do a lot of work on squats in the Strength Foundations Challenge, and I also have tons of workouts that focus specifically on squats in my members area. If you are already a member, you don't have to pay for this. That was another question. So you can jump in. There's no additional cost for you guys. All members get access to any of our challenges at no additional cost. Daily accountability. So the challenge, I will send you an email every morning at 3 a.m. Central Time. So even if you get up early, you'll get that email, and this will tell you, hey, go do your workout. Here's our workout for the day, and a motivational message. We also have our Facebook group, which is great for motivation and accountability, and you'll be invited to that when you sign up. Let's see here. Someone's almost 70. So just a heads up, my grandpa is 80 and he's doing these workouts. So yes, if you're 70, I'm confident you can do these. The important thing is, for any fitness level, the important thing is you want to push yourself to what's slightly outside of your comfort level. So you don't want to look at me and do exactly what I'm doing. That's what's horribly wrong with yoga, is just mirroring whatever you see someone else doing. And what's really good about my instruction is that I will walk you through the technique and tell you what to feel. I will give you modifications to help build you up. So whatever your fitness level is, I will guide you to the proper modification for your fitness level. Let's see, if you run 3 times per week, would you recommend changing up the frequency during the challenge? So as far as running 3 times per week or doing any other workouts per week, I would say just make sure you're doing them in the evening or doing them at the opposite time of day as your Strength Foundations Challenge workouts. I would also recommend reducing the volume of those runs or those workouts. So just don't do as much as you usually do. Yes, someone just said this is the first time we're seeing 135 people live on a live broadcast. Yes, this is by far, this is our most popular live broadcast we've ever done. Someone just said the cork mat is unavailable from Amazon in the UK. Yeah, unfortunately, those mats are really popular. We sold out. We are working on bringing in more Manful Yoga cork yoga mats, so those should be in stock in the next couple of weeks, next few weeks. Do your workouts include a warm-up and a cool-down? All of our workouts include a warm-up. Not all of them include a cool-down because they are focused on efficiency, but there are tons of recovery workouts that you can use in the members area in our workout library. So if you feel like you need a recovery routine at the end of a Strength Foundations routine, feel free to use the workout library. Just go in, use the search filters, go to Fitness Focus, check restorative, and you can find a recovery workout. Downloading cost. Download is $30 additional. So you can get download access to all of the workouts, and you're actually getting download access to 2 programs, not just the Strength Foundations course, but also the Strength Foundations workout series. So that's 30 workouts for $30. It's a really great deal. And actually, unlike other download access, you get download access to the file itself. So you're not just getting download access within a program or within an app, you're getting download access to the file itself. So you can add that to your computer, your phone, whatever that is, whatever smart device it is. Do I have a food diet guide? I do, but I just won't go into that because there are probably better resources than that. But I do have a lot of blogs on dieting. I do have a lot of videos on dieting and how to eat in my members area in my wellness library. Kind of heavy right now and using my bone and my knees on the floor is painful. Mike, if you have pain in your knees when you put your knees on the floor, put a towel underneath it. Use a pad. Muscle imbalances, lower back pain. Do you recommend focusing more on glute hip mobility to correct imbalances? So if you have back pain or low back pain, particularly during exercises, that's usually caused by hips and core and potentially probably improper technique. So you're going to want to focus on better core engagement. You might want to modify so don't go as intense. with some of the exercises. Generally, you want to avoid pain. If it's a little uncomfortable, that's okay, but sharp pain, we want to avoid. Let's see here. This is a 5-day. Oh yeah, good question. So this is a 5 workout per week challenge. So you're gonna have a challenge. You're gonna have a workout to do from Monday through Friday every day, and you'll have the weekend to make up missed workouts, or you'll have a weekend to make up missed workouts. So that's how it works. So you got 5 workouts per week. Someone just said, Dean, your #1 skill is speaking everyone through the movements, knowing what to do and what you should feel. Thank you very much. That is a huge focus of mine. If you have some experience, do you have to do all phase 1 videos twice? So Larry, we have addressed that. So the way the structure works, so Larry just asked basically if you've done this program already, if you want to move to something more challenging, how do you do that? So the way that we've structured this program, the odd weeks of the program, so week 1, week 3, and week 5, you have a Strength Foundations course workout. Now on week 2, 4, and 6, you have the option to go up to Strength Foundations workout series. Strength Foundations workout series is our intermediate or advanced version of the Strength Foundations course. So if you want a more challenging workout or you feel more experienced, you'll be able to do the Strength Foundations workout series. And the Strength Foundations workout series is based directly on the Strength Foundations course. So whatever we cover in workout #1 of Strength Foundations course, that is the focus of the workout #1 in Strength Foundations workout series. So all the workouts fit together. This is a very well thought out program. All right. Other questions? I did someone ask, are the workouts full body or are they split? So typically the workouts are full body, but we do have a particular focus. So one day we might be focused more on hips. One day we might be focused more on shoulders. But overall, this program is going to target everything every day. So every time we do have a workout, you're going to be working pretty much on full body, mainly focused on core. So really focused on hips, mid thigh, up through your chest. That is the big focus. There is a significant amount of shoulder work as we get through the challenge. You get into the more advanced workouts, but for the most part, a lot of core focus and full body. Once we finish Strength Foundations Challenge, what comes next? Any particular program? Yeah, so guys, I've been doing this for years now, and I understand that people want an ideal. I understand people want a list of workouts, a schedule of workouts to do. We've created all of that in the members area. We have a choose your program feature. We have what are called paths, and paths are schedules of workout programs. So when you finish a workout program, you go on to the next one. If you actually need more help, we have a community who can recommend you do programs. But basically, if you're in the members area, we can keep you busy for years. We've got tons of programs. We've got over 40 programs with structured workout schedules and over 350 workouts, full length workouts. Someone asked, is there an optimal time of day to do the workouts? No, whenever you can fit it in. So if it's morning, great. If it's afternoon, great. Evening, great. Whatever time is best for you. The daily Strength Foundations, what's the advantage of the daily Strength Foundations course instead of other workouts available? The advantage is that it's a structured program and that you'll know that everyone in the community who's doing this challenge is also doing this workout. So that's the benefit. You're doing it with a community. Tendency of shoulder weakness, is that going to be an issue? No. So if you have issues, guys, so I saw some questions on here that I actually didn't address. Rotator cuff injury for over a year. If you've had issues with, I've had people say cervical spine. I've had people ask questions about back issues. Guys, the thing is, this works on those issues. If you've had pain for a long time, if you had a long-lasting injury, we're going to work on the causes of that injury in this program. There may be some exercises that you can't do. If you have so I will say that if you have every day you have like a 5 out of 7 pain, and when you lift your shoulder overhead, you probably don't want to be doing this. You probably should be doing physical therapy to work on your shoulder strength. You should be doing specific exercises to work on that. But if you have low to medium level of discomfort when exercising, this is going to work on those weaknesses. So that's the general thing that I can say here. And then let's see, question, cost of membership. So the cost is anywhere from, so this challenge is only $9 to sign up, and that comes with 2 months of access to the members area. If you want to keep going after that, by the way, if you sign up, there's no charge at the end of the challenge. If you sign up, that's it. You have to actually sign up to pay more. So we're not going to automatically charge you at the end of this. And then I get an email that says, I didn't want to get charged. We don't do that. So at the end of the challenge, you can sign up for the members area, and that'll be anywhere from $15 to $30 per month, depending on the plan you select, depending how much upfront cost you want to invest in yourself. So anywhere from $15 to $30 per month is the answer there. Other questions here, rotator cuff injury for over a year. Will this program help? So we do have a lot of emphasis on shoulder strengthening, and a lot of that shoulder strengthening is it's very gentle in the sense that it's not going to aggravate shoulder or rotator cuff pain. But if you have issues right now with your rotator cuff, you want to avoid any sort of plank or any sort of pushing exercises. Rotator cuff pain, usually you want to work on more pulling exercises. You want to do scapular stability, strengthening, and we do cover a lot of that in the Strength Foundations course. So my upper arm is fatty. Please tell me what I can do. You want to live a lifestyle that helps you lose weight by eating better, exercising regularly, managing your stress, and sleeping well. And by the way, if you ask me how to lose weight, that is my answer all the time. Live a healthier lifestyle, manage your stress, sleep well, eat a good diet, and exercise regularly. So other questions. Will we still be able to do weights 3 to 4 times per week? So I kind of covered this before, but if you are lifting weights, I would recommend you scale your workouts down a little bit. So don't just do your regular program. I would say do a little bit less. Because you are going to be challenged by the Strength Foundations program, by this challenge. Most of my cervical pain, it's because of a proper pillow. Okay, so get a proper pillow. And then, yes, we are going to work on cervical strengthening. Getting close to 30 and starting to gain weight. Never been active, but I'm trying to get started with your videos. 2 days in so far. Great to hear, Dustin. If you want more of a structured program. Yeah, so by the way, if you are using my free workouts, fantastic. I hope they're helpful. If you want more structure, if you want more guidance, if you want to follow along to a program, that's what the members area is for. Let's see here. Other questions. All right. So what time is the workout, or can you view it any time? Oh, yeah. So good question. So guys, these workouts are pre-recorded. They're on demand. You watch them whenever you want. We have experimented with doing live workouts before, and it just didn't work. Most of our members watch the workout when they have free time. Most of our guys are busy. Most guys don't have time to jump on a workout whenever they can. They have a set schedule. They have other things to do. So they do their workouts when they have free time. So we don't have schedules of workouts. We don't have like a specific time you have to do the workout. But you want to do the work. You can do the workout whenever you want is the point. Let's see. I just saw a question. Derek asked, has anyone noticed muscle growth from this workout series? I can answer definitively yes. People notice muscle growth from this series. And it's going to help you. It's going to help make you more capable of building muscle in your other workouts too. Again, I've talked about this, the importance of muscle activation and being able to engage the proper muscle groups. Most people don't have the proper muscle activation to do most exercises. People don't know how to engage their glutes in a squat. People don't know how to use their core when they're doing a deadlift. They don't know how to use their upper back muscles when they're doing a pushing exercise. And that is what we cover in this program, helping you develop that muscle awareness, helping to develop that strength, so that muscle activation, that muscle awareness or body control, whatever you want to call it, so that you are able to translate that into your other workouts. Someone just asked, is there an introductory workout you recommend for tonight? Honestly, no. I would work on getting a nice, good sleep tonight. And then for tomorrow, you're going to start with our first workout, Strength Foundations course number 1. And we're going to be focusing on breathing. We're going to be focusing on core strength. Oh, by the way, Derek, we just had an answer to you on YouTube. Mike Minore, who has been working with me for, we actually started doing webcam training together, I think in 2014. And then once I stopped doing that, he's been working out on his own. He has said he's had muscle growth from Manflow workouts. So yes, we have a confirmed answer there. All right, so this has been about 40 minutes now. I am running out of breath, and I think I've answered almost all the questions that I see. If you guys did ask a question, hopefully you stuck around to hear the answer. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment here and I will get back to it when I can. Try to leave it within the next day. If you're leaving this 2 weeks afterwards, I'm not going to see it as easily. So leave a comment, quickly if you could. And then again, if you haven't already joined the challenge, sign up. The link is in the description here. manflowyoga.com is my website. Go figure. And sign up for the challenge. It's just $9 to join, and it comes with 2 months free to the members area, which is a $60 value. You can get download access for an additional $30. So that's 30 workouts for $30. Really good deal on download access, and you can download that onto any smart device, your computer, your phone, your tablet, whatever has a hard drive. So there. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to this challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, to those guys who have signed up for the challenge, I commend you for looking at this as an opportunity to get stronger, to work on your weaknesses, to build strength in new ways. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video, next broadcast we do, or on the next workout that you do. Bye.